just going to sift powdered sugar. Powdered sugar is the one thing that we always sift. So we're going to sift that. Then we got to re-measure it, because what happens is we measured the powdered sugar before roughly. We didn't do exact. But what happens is the air gets incorporated into the powdered sugar, and it makes it have a greater volume than it did before. And so that's why you have to measure it, because although there's not more powdered sugar, air plus powdered sugar equals more space in your dry measuring cup. So we're gonna just sift that up, and then we're gonna measure. So we're gonna need 2/3 cup of powdered sugar. So after we sift it, oops, got a little excited there. All right. So then we're gonna take our 1/3 cup, we're gonna do it twice. So I'm just going to get that right here and level that off. Make sure you gently level, because we don't want to pack it down because we just sifted it. And you're gonna do that twice. So I did 1/3, now I'm doing the second third. And look at how much is left. We roughly measured it before. There's a ton left over there. That's why we have to measure it again after we sift. So that's 2/3. This is how much I actually need for the drizzle. Okay, not what I had before. And then you just have somebody take the extra back, like the bookkeeper. Just take that extra back, put it back in the container at the ingredient table. Okay, and then now we have, after we sift the powdered sugar, we have everything ready. We can actually start the recipe. So let's keep this recording. We're gonna head over to the unit. First thing you're gonna do before you start is you're gonna check your oven. You wanna make sure that you have at least one oven rack that's in the center. So you're gonna look right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sections. So like the third section is good for being in the center. So you wanna make sure at least one is there. Okay, if it's not, you have to take it out like this, and then you have to put it in. So you want to make sure it's in the center before you preheat the oven. Then you're going to preheat the oven. You hit bake. You're going to go to 400 degrees. Oops. And then you're going to hit bake again because it was still blinking. So now it's preheating right now. Okay. And you're going to put your parchment paper on your tray over here. Then you're gonna follow the steps. So we checked that the oven rack is center, we preheated to 400 degrees, we cover the jelly roll pan with, that's actually a baking sheet. The jelly roll pan has sides on it. With parchment paper, we already cracked the egg into the liquid measuring cup and we added the milk until it reached the 3/4 line, but now we need to whisk it. So we're gonna take our whisk, we're gonna whisk up this mixture until it's completely mixed. Takes a little bit of time to do this. Okay, after you have that all mixed up, you're gonna mix your dry ingredients in the bowl, flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, with a whisk or a fork or whatever you need for that. Or you could just use the wooden spoon here is fine. You keep doing that until, see this white, this is the egg white, see how it's all clumpy? You're going to keep doing this until you pull it out and the egg white is no longer clumpy like that. Okay, so it takes a little bit of time to do that. So you'll just continue doing that. I'm going to set that aside just so I can continue with the video. So when you put your dry ingredients in, you put your flour, sugar, baking powder, and salt in a large bowl. You're going to mix that up. Okay, and then you're going to cut in the butter using a pastry blender, okay? So I'm going to explain what that is, or you can use a fork and knife as instructed. So I'm going to show you that in the next video.